So this video is going to be a little bit different from the ones that I usually post because I'm just going to give you an idea of what I've been up to so far this year, what I'm currently busy with, and most excitingly, what my plans are for the channel for the rest of 2026. And a lot of you have been asking me, Philia, why haven't you posted anything for well over a month? And the answer is simple. It's simply because I've been traveling for 6 out of the last 7 weeks. Some of you might remember that after my Kruger Summer series went live, as well as the video about the flooding here in the Hoedspruit Wildlife Estate, that I went to lead a photographic safari in Mashatu Game Reserve with Panthera Photo Safaris. I posted all of those updates on Instagram stories, and not only did we have amazing sightings, but the most amazing thing about that trip was that I met some amazing supporters and followers of the channel. And in particular, Sergio and Susanna, and Burr and Lauren, who I'll speak about more later in this video. These are people that have been following my videos for years, some of them even since the start of the channel 6 years ago. And we had some amazing conversations over our coffee stops and around the dinner table at night about content creation, safaris, the Safari Expert YouTube channel. And I just found it so amazing that these videos that I make here travel across the globe and influence people in a profound way. Not only giving them a chance to live vicariously through the videos, but sometimes even getting them to hop on a plane and fly all the way to the other side of the world to come and experience Africa and all these places that I love so much. So big shout out to you guys. It was an amazing time. And unfortunately, when I lead these photographic safaris, I don't actually have the time to make a proper video. So that's why there's no video about the trip to Mashatu. I got back, literally just dusted myself off, packed my bags again, and then went to India on the 1st of March. I was lucky enough to be invited again by Suyash Keshri of Amelia Safaris to come and make some more videos, and that's on the back of those 2 videos that I posted last year when I went to Bandhavgarh and Kana National Parks. Now those videos have accumulated almost 500,000 views and really seem to have resonated with my audience and brought a whole new audience to the channel as well. And that's why Suyash said this time, let's go and explore some new places in India. And luckily, those 3 places that I visited, I did film, and that will be for the channel. The first was a place called Jammun, a very unknown place in India, and it's right on the boundary of Corbett National Park, on the foothills of the Himalayas. And I tell you what, that was an adventure. Just to get there was a 6-hour drive from Delhi, just to get to a resort where we could have a quick bite, hopped into a 4x4 for another 2-hour off-road drive through the mountains to a point where 2 donkeys and 2 porters waited for us, and they took our luggage down where we had another 1.5-hour walk down to the valley next to the Ramganga River. And just on that walk alone, we saw fresh tiger scrape marks, scratch marks, elephant prints. I just knew that we were going to a very wild spot. Now, I don't want to give away too much, but I swam in a river, I saw elephants on foot, the most amazing bird life, and honestly, it was the wildest experience I've ever had in India. After that, I went back to Delhi for a little bit of rest, and from there I went to a place that I had never even heard about until Suya suggested it, named Satpura National Park, or Bori Tiger Reserve. It's all part of the same system. And the coolest thing there was the fact that we could actually do a boat safari. And it wasn't a wannabe boat safari, it was proper, with amazing photographic opportunities both for birds and for mammals. I saw the most gore that I've ever seen in my life. It's that big Indian bison-like creature. And I also had a sighting of 5 tigers together, a mother with 3 sub-adults and a big male. So lots of great memories from Satpura as well. From there, I went to the last reserve where I made a video, and that was Pench National Park, a place that I had heard of many times, and not too far away from Kana, where I had been before. And Pench was also one of the main places that inspired the Jungle Book. Now, when we got there, it was already very dry. The leaves had fallen off the teak trees, so the forest was hot, dry, and dusty. But we had 3 leopard sightings, some amazing tiger sightings, and the highlight for me was seeing the Indian wild dog, or dhole, for the first time. So all three of those places, you can expect some wonderful videos from those. But just so you know, I'm going to delay the posting of them on the channel a little bit, because as Suyash explained to me, if I post them right now, when there's only a couple of months left until the monsoons hit and the parks close, there are actually no permits left for him to help people that are interested in going. So rather than doing that now and risking the chance of losing that business for Amelia Safaris, I'm going to start making the videos now, but probably only post them once the monsoons hit, which will be in July. And that means that if anybody inquires with Amelia Safaris, they'll be able to get them permits for the following season from October onwards. So you'll have to just wait a little bit before you see all the amazing tiger videos, or at least India videos, that I collected and filmed in March. But that wasn't all I did in India. After Pench, I transferred over to Bandhavgarh National Park, where I met up with Lance and Kirsten from Panthera Photo Safaris again, and together with them I hosted a photographic safari to both Bandhavgarh and Kana National Parks. And again, we had some unbelievable sightings. I think in total I probably saw close to 15 different tigers. And again, because I was leading the safari, there wasn't really a chance to film all of that. So what am I going to be doing next, you might ask? Well, first things first is I need to get on top of the Wildlife Estate Diaries. So the next video you'll see after this one will be the video about me searching for a leopard with my own eyes here in the Hoedspruit Wildlife Estate. And I'm not going to say anything more because it's a goodie. Make sure you keep your eyes open for that one. And then after that, there are some really exciting trips ahead. The first one will be the first weekend of May. I'll head down to Giant's Castle in the Drakensberg, which is sort of the central part of South Africa in the Highlands, where I'll be visiting the Giant's Castle Lammergeier hide, or bearded vulture hide. Now, I know there are some people that have questions about the efficacy of these vulture hides or vulture restaurants where these birds are given bones. In other words, they are fed to come to that spot. I'm going to make sure to speak to some researchers and give you as much information about this hide specifically, and how it benefits the vultures and how it fits in with the greater conservation picture. But the idea basically is that there is an alternative place for these very rare and endangered vultures to get poison-free bones, and where they can feed safely, as opposed to going onto the farmlands where a lot of those carcasses that they find, because they're obviously scavengers, are often poisoned with lead. But we'll talk about that in more detail later. So that's coming up. Hopefully on that trip I'll be able to visit one or two other small reserves in KwaZulu-Natal. And then the big one at the end of May is the trip up to the Chobi River with Pangolin Photo Safaris, where I'll be seeing their brand new electric houseboat, as well as the Chobi Pangolin Hotel for the first time. And the awesome thing about that trip is that a lot of our friends will be joining as well. Lance and Kirsten will be there from Panthera Photo Safaris, along with Richard van Hacht and Mark Dumbleton, two other fantastic wildlife and photography and safari content creators here on YouTube. I'll link to their channels in this video below, and in that video, of course, if you want to go and follow them as well. Then in June, towards the end of June, I'll be heading down to the Baviaanskloof for a hike. That's just going to be a social one with some family, so I won't be making a video about that, but it gets me into an area where I have the opportunity to go and make some videos about some of South Africa's lesser known national parks and the reserves. So I'll be visiting Karoo National Park, Mountain Zebra National Park, and Addo Elephant National Park, along with the other very special place that I won't mention now. But the idea with that series is to not only show you what those parks looks like and to give you some tips like I usually do, but also to look for some very elusive creatures like aardwolf, aardvark, striped polecat, and if I'm really lucky, even black-footed cat. So that's going to be a very, very exciting series. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little bit nervous about the fuel cost and availability here in South Africa. I'm sure a lot of you are feeling it across the world because of the war in the Middle East. So there is a chance that not only will I struggle a little bit to cover those distances because of the fuel shortages, but without a shadow of a doubt, these trips are going to cost a lot more because of the fuel price increase, which has been 20-25% already here in South Africa. And that's where I have to just thank all of my patrons. And that's where I want to mention Burr and Lauren again. They are two of my Pangolin tier patrons, together with Garant Izzet and Simon Wakenshaw. These are people that make the biggest donation to my channel, along with a whole host of other people that have over the years become supporters of the channel through the Patreon website, where they make small monthly donations in return for some rewards. Now, I never want my patrons to become patrons because of the rewards specifically. I want people to support the channel if they love the content so much that they want to help me to continue doing it, despite all these challenges of not having a salary, all the costs involved, and the time that it takes to produce it. And the rewards are small, but hopefully meaningful, and it's some behind-the-scenes footage, some mentions in the videos. I give some free wallpapers for smartphones and things like that, and I really hope that it does make a small difference to those people that are patrons. If you're watching this video now and you feel like it's something that you'd like to do to help support the channel, go and click on the link in the video description, or simply scan the QR code on the screen right now. Now, another thing to consider is that with these upcoming videos, I don't yet have sponsors. Now, these are sponsors like Wild Heart Safari Lodge that sponsor the Wildlife Estate Diaries, or Jim Green Footwear that has sponsored a lot of my overlanding videos. I am basically looking for a few more sponsors, or one big sponsor that would like to get involved with sponsoring videos like the Giant's Castle Vulture Hide, any trips to other smaller reserves, including the ones when I visit the national parks in the Cape. So if you guys are interested in getting involved and having your brand or your company exposed on the Safari Expert YouTube channel to a massive safari loving audience, simply email me on info@thesafariexpert.co.za. In the email subject line, you can simply put something like video sponsorship, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Now, with all these fuel shortages and price hikes and the difficulty of travel in mind, I've also toyed with the idea of starting a brand new series called Walkie Talkie, which would basically be me walking around here in the Hoedspruit Wildlife Estate to discuss some contentious issues. Things like, does the Kruger National Park have too many elephants? Or should you be overlanding in a small group or in a big convoy? Things that I know there is usually two thoughts on it, none necessarily right or wrong, but definitely nice talking points with an opportunity for us to learn and discuss and share our views in the comments down below. So if you have any ideas for the Walkie Talkie series, issues that you'd like me to discuss, please put them in the comments down below, and I'll keep those in mind. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. A big shout out again to all my patrons, and if you haven't done so already, please click the subscribe button and leave a like as well. See you next time.